Today we've got big updates about Reddit stock, and if you're following this stock, you would want to stick around. We're going to talk about their financial performance they've just reported in the first quarter. We're going to talk about their margins and their profitability, and we're going to consider what analysts are saying about that stock. As always, everything I say is not a financial advice, so please make sure you do your own research. So the first quarter earnings results were very, very good. Revenue reached $392 million, which is 61% increase year over year. Most of that came from advertising, and they're also seeing serious growth in users. Now they have 108 million daily active users, and that's an increase of 31% from last year. And for the first time in a while, Reddit just made a profit. They posted $26 million of net income, and that's compared to $575 million loss in the year before. Now, Reddit's gross margin is now 90%, which is very, very solid. And also, they brought in cash from operations of $127 million. And in addition to that, they have nearly $2 billion in cash, and that's going to allow them to invest back in the business. Now, US revenue came in $340 million, but international growth is where it gets exciting. That jumped around 82% to nearly $79 million. Reddit is also making more per user. The global annual per user is the average revenue that they manage to make per user. That's up around 23% in the US and it's around 31% globally. Now, for the second quarter of 2025, Reddit expects revenue to be around 410 to around $430 million. And they're also projecting EBITDA to be around 110 to $130 million. Now, Wall Street analysts and JP Morgan raised their price target. For example, JP Morgan raised their price target from 110 to $145. That after they've seen their strong earning results in the first quarter. And Citi gave them a buy rating with a price target of $158. Right now, they're trading at around $115. So it indicates that they might have a nice potential increase in the future. Now, Goldman Sachs also raised their price target to $140. JP Morgan now expects Reddit to grow revenue at a rate of around 12% in 2025 and 2026. They also expect adjusted EBITDA to rise at about 30% in next year and to free cash flow to rise as well. Now, even with all this growth, Reddit stock is still down over 20% in the past 12 months. But I think the last earnings gave some hope to investors, and we've seen it in the stock market because when the earnings went out, the stock price jumped more than. Now, there is still one concern. Reddit may face some traffic volatility because Google search engine and algorithm is always changing, and Reddit is trying to keep up with the phase. So they released new method of gaining some traffic by releasing Reddit answers. But this is something that might be dangerous for Reddit because it might prevent from them to show more growth in the future. So Reddit is clearly showing some resilience. They've shown us strong earnings, growing user base, rising revenues, and analysts are bullish. It's still early days for Reddit as a public company, but they're making strong case for the long-term growth. Let me know what you think about Reddit in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'm going to see you in the next one.